Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. This is Team Pedal Park. Ever parked your bike in a public bike parking and came back to a vacant space? Frustrating, right? Meet Pedal Park, a convenient bike storage system that is both safe and reliable. Traditional bike storage solutions are outdated, insecure, and space inefficient. Cyclists avoid commuting due to the fear of theft of their bikes and lack of parking in most cities around the world today. Cities have been suffering in more than way due to this. As a result, problems like traffic jams and air pollution have become some of the biggest challenges in the world today. Between 2016 and 2021, the number of Canadians biking to work dropped by 83,000, and this is where Pedal Park comes in. Pedal Park aims to reverse this trend by offering a secure, smart access, automated bike storage unit. Our modular space saving design integrates seamlessly into the urban environments, promoting cycling as a safe and practical mode of transportation. We aim to help cities promote green transit while giving cyclists the peace of mind that their bikes will be safe and secure. Um, our vision is to support the urban lifestyle by solving the critical challenge of bicycles and e-bike storage in major cities. We aim to create secure spaces, efficient automated systems that eliminate theft, minimize space usage, and promote sustainable mobility, providing cyclists with a true peace of mind. Strata buildings, universities, and city planners need bikes parking solutions that fit into crowded urban spaces. Our mission is to deliver automated vertical storage systems that maximize security, optimize space usage, and stand out as a unique solution in the market.
The key value proposition for Pedal Park is the heightened security, the convenience, and reducing the carbon emissions by converting regular commuters to biking. The city planners are our primary customer that we'll be selecting. Companies like TransLink would be ideal. Our primary differentiation is that our system is modular and it's going to be hands-free accessibility using apps. This is key to our entering the market. The scope of the product is deploying these lockers where available and using a subscription model if possible or as a wholesale. And the organizational design is engineers led, which meaning that we're primarily trying to make sure that our product is able to fit into wherever it's needed. And the capture for profit, as I was saying, is subscription based if we want to go that way, or public contracts where they would buy the system as wholesale. And our value for talent is a sustainability focused and the challenge of designing the new systems as they come along. This is going to be quite a challenge. So this is our optimistic, pessimistic, and status quo estimations for where the market will go. Primarily, we're looking at the social trend of sustainability and environmentalism, the state of economic growth in Canada, which seems to be going down, although hopefully it remains the same or can improve if we can start to deal with Trump, and that people still want to adopt the technological new technologies, as that seems to be quite interesting for a lot of people. Our target audience is the urban commuter for the subscription model, as I mentioned before. Here's our competitors, and again, we're trying to differentiate ourselves by storing the bikes vertically, as that is the key to our solution.
Uh, in order to differentiate ourselves from our other competitors, our system stores bicycles vertically. This provides the customer with a superior level of security, uh, a enhanced level of convenience, and optimized space usage, as um, floor level space is hard to come by in a dense urban environment like Vancouver. Um, Next, this is our roadmap to our for our project. We first have our prototype development, which we have already, that we will bring to pitch competitions, community events, and hopefully land a spot in the industry, or ideally with a partner where we would be able to obtain funding and establish ourselves in the market as a primary cycling infrastructure provider. And we'll do this with a series of pilot projects where we build a full-scale bike storage system. This is our marketing triad. Um, our product is an automated bike storage system. It has a competitive level of security. Pricing will be high initially in order to match the quality and the initial upfront cost of the system. The locations will be targeting high crime and high traffic environments, such as downtown Vancouver. We will promote it through social media, word of mouth, community events, and etc.
So I will be presenting business plan part three, which starts off with our organizational structure. Our organization is a weak matrix organization, which means we're focusing on manufacturing as well as projectization, which is pretty common for early startups, which we are, and we also focus on growth. And weak matrix helps us diversify. Moving on to growth structure. So, how we plan on growing is through continuous market feedback and ongoing surveys and Google reviews and whatnot, and then taking all that feedback and all that data and having quarterly meetings so we can discuss it with our project leads and decide what steps we can take to move forward and better ourselves. Risk scenarios. So the most likely outcome is that this we get continuous government funding, we grow slowly but steadily, and basically this becomes a 9 to 5. Best case scenario is that it really takes off, all the SkyTrain stations, maybe even international, and we're all rich. Worst case scenario is, it doesn't really take off. There's not much demand. It's only a couple of SkyTrain stations, and struggling to stay afloat. Uh, Lastly, financial exposure. So our initial investment cost for our investors is 50,000, which is within our investment threshold. And also to tackle risk, we have high flexibility and adaptability. So basically, we can also move this same model to bike rentals instead of bike parking. We can use the same structure. So this gives us some flexibility or some safety, to put it simply. And that is all for business plan part three.
All right, so it is the key to our success to manage our customer relationships, which will be done through this simple feedback loop. Utilizing the mobile app, we can provide loyalty incentives and promotions while receiving feedback to improve our system. The key locations depend on two main things that promote high demand, such as a high bike traffic area that is notoriously unsafe. These locations would be in major urban commuting zones that is likely controlled by TransLink and its subsidiaries. Considering outsourcing these three parts of our business, manufacturing, because it's a huge upfront cost to do so ourselves. Logistics, so as to have our systems transported and installed by professionals. Marketing will be done by professionals, and as it will be better at garnering attentions than our engineering heavy team. These time-bound goals are an extrapolation of our mission statement. We are ambitiously seeking 15% share in Vancouver bike storage market over the next 2 years. We like to optimize our installation process down to around 3 weeks during the same time period. It is vital to achieve at least 90% satisfaction rate amongst our community users early in the first year. And we'd like to train our maintenance and operations team within 6 months to be completely safe while we deliver high-end service.
All right, so in this project, we're starting with a pilot project that has high upfront manufacturing costs. So we're taking on some debt early on. But the key moment here is in month 4, actually, when Transit Link purchases 11 units for the UBC SkyTrain expansion. And this brings in 550,000 in revenue and turns things around financially. After that, we begin paying team salaries and see higher utility costs as the system go live. Although the first few months show losses, the TransLink deal and tax credits will help us finish strong with a net profit of like about 188,000 by the end of the year. And according to this balance sheet, we built our first unit for 20,000, covered by a loan. Um, the system loses value at 30% per year based on CRA rules, and most fixed costs were from salaries, utilities, and while manufacturing and installation drove variable costs. For the TransLink deal here, it will help us cover costs and reach profitability. And we will break even after selling around 2.4 units, or 130,000 in sales. According to this figure, we break even after 5 months, when our cumulative revenue overtakes the early startup costs. And by the end of the year, the trend continues upward, finishing with a net profit of 187,000, highlighting solid financial growth after the initial investment. Um, for our funding journey, it starts with support from friends, family, and the local community, using personal savings loans to get off the ground. Next, the plan is to scale through venture capital, tapping into programs like Front Row Ventures, SFU Venture Labs, and launch Accelerator, probably to grow our reach and impact. And eventually, our goal is to become self-sustaining through sales, using a mix of wholesale deals, subscriptions, models, and potential add-ons.